To the SpinFast channel in 2019, and don't be fooled, this is not the DCL YouTube channel. You are completely right here. But today we want to kick off the first episode from me here from the HQ with the presentation of the new drone simulator, the game DCL the game that has been released yesterday. And for those of you who've never heard about drone racing, I think that's the minor sub count here on this channel, but drone racing is a real life sport. You are racing drones with a transmitter, or that is basically your steering wheel. You connect it with a video link to your drone, and you fly it out of the first person perspective. This is a drone here. This is a drone in the back. This is actually the Racer 2019, and if you go to race here, you can see that this is the look of the last year's drones from the DCL, and this is the current season canopy, which looks pretty much like the Slave 1, doesn't it? A little bit like Boba Fett's spaceship, and yeah, it looks really cool. I think they have done an incredible job designing this drone, and of course an incredible job designing this game. So there are a couple of other simulators out there already. You know, there's the DRL simulator, played also to draft people out of the player base into the real competition, and this is also the purpose that or why this simulator has been designed, because the new season is going to start in about 2 months in Lax, and the DCL needs new and fresh pilots, or basically they are they want to have the community as a part of the whole racing scenery. So they tell the teams they need to select one pilot out of the draft field, or out of the field of pilots that qualify through this draft, right? So what's happening is that if you make it into the top 200 of the simulator on the 4 maps that they've put in a list here, you are gonna get invited to this draft selection. And then don't be mistaken, there's just like 10 teams in the DCL in 2019, so there's probably gonna be just 10 pilots that are going to be selected. Nevertheless, it's a very easy way to fly drones on a very high level if you are a really good racer, and I know there's a lot of you guys out there who are definitely good enough to fly at DCL. You should try it out and give it a go. This simulator is free to download, free for everyone to use, and it's very easy to set up. There's a couple of things you need to consider when connecting, but everything is taught to you in this flight school here. Just click on it, you'll be redirected to a video where a guy from Quad Force 1 explains to you how to connect everything up. He also explains how to get into the game and get everything going. So right now I can see this little symbol in the top and the lower right corner here, and this means that I am ready and connected. I have my drone, actually just my flight controller, with a 5-volt power switch on my desk here right now. I have a crossfire connected to it, and I have my TX in my hands, and I can just start to fly. And this is what we're here for today, not to compare this simulator to others, because I think it's too early to really do that. I can only say in advance it does an incredible good job at kind of blending in between DRL Simulator, Liftoff, and Velocidrone. And I can show you in a second why it is so much fun. Let's go on with the draft selection tracks here. The first one is Lax. And you're going to see in a second, I'm telling you, it's not race actually, but you see those ghosts here run in front of me? Those are not bots. Those are lines flown by real pilots in real time. You can see up top here, Carbon V, that's Victor van der Elst. He's Team Black Sheep pilot, and he's just lost the lead against Ghostmaster Carbon V in the second here. You can tell by every color exactly who is who. And also you have this, why is it counting? Shouldn't count. You have this everlasting ghost line that's going right in front of you, so you can see easily where to go. All the other simulators were lacking a little bit of that game design. So in Velocidrone, I always lost orientation. In DRL Simulator, I didn't know where to go next. So, but this here, this looks very well thought out and planned out. I only can applaud the DCL to this very, very good looking simulator. Of course, it benefits from surroundings like this. Yep. The snow park in Lux, you see the other Lux map that's gonna come in later, is really, really cool looking, especially at night. But yeah, I'm gonna show you in a bit. Let's race this a little bit here, and you will see that this is really motivating. You will find it really motivating to fly against real opponents, although it is not a multiplayer. Shit. So what happens is, when you get faster, you fly against faster opponents, which means that you will always be in between a starter field that has the same skill level than you, right? So if I'm suddenly like 10 seconds faster, I'll be flying against the top 10. But then, of course, you need to keep up with those as well. Anyway, in my situation here, I have guys behind me, I have guys in front of me. Well, not right now, but it is very, very motivating, and it keeps you playing for hours. I haven't been dropping my Tyrannus for longer than it needs to be charged, because it is so much fun to just keep going and going and going and fly against different opponents then, because they... Oh, drop me, no! Okay, enough of lax. Let's get back to the main menu, and I want to show you the other maps. They look very cool. It's the Unreal Engine 4 or 5? I don't know. And it's so much fun to fly those races. Let's get into Switzerland here. Early start? Oh, come on. You gotta be kidding me. The starting procedure is exactly the same as it would be when you would fly in the DCL for real. And the drone handling is very good. It doesn't drop, it doesn't float. It just feels right to me. I didn't do any modifications to my Tyrannus, or didn't even pit tune anything. It just flew great right out of the bat. Of course, you can do a little bit of pit tuning if you want to. The game has unlocked the pit tuning section already, but mostly everything is still under construction. But to me, it seems that already a little bit of demo here is enough to keep me playing for hours and hours. And like I said, still it is absolutely free. Oh, free. 52. Well, done a better job before. But here you can see Temple Claws, for example. That is an X-Blades pilot, so you'll be racing against all those famous names out of the history of drone racing, or the current state of drone racing. Let's test one more map here. Lax Hard. Oh, this is a fun map, but has some really nasty passages. You can see Carbon V here is again in the starter field. He's a guy that has been flying the actual DCL in the 2017 season, I think. Yeah, he's been flying for GemFan. But now everything was redesigned last year with those national teams, and there has not been a Dutch team so far. Not yet, at least. Not yet. You will never know. Maybe Carbon V gets drafted. Whoops! What's happening? By another team. That didn't count. Oh, for fuck's sake. This map is really fun to fly, especially in this half-pipe section here. Speed up. Go to the lift station. Whoa! And push yourself all the way around this building. And then it's just like down, 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 and further down the hill. Really cool. Whoa! Here we go. So, last map on the schedule is the Reuter hard map, and I can tell you this is a really hard race. Maybe not so much in every section, but the twists and turns on this one are extraordinary hard. Especially this split S here, and then going back here. Whoop. Ah, Jesus. I think I've tried this start around 120 times today or something, because it is so much different every time when you are not a really practiced pilot. It feels different every time. So you can see I'm holding up pretty good here against those experienced pilots. And oh, that didn't count. No, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, still didn't count. Let's start once more. But you've got a first impression. You've got a first impression of the game, and that's what we're here for. I can only recommend you to download the game right now and give it a try. It's very easy to set up. Even a game controller could do. An Xbox controller, PlayStation controller. You don't need to have a drone. Try it out, and then you can see for yourself if this sport is something you want to do, or you can see for yourself if you are actually good enough to fly in the DCL. So, good job. I can only applaud Herbert Weirater and his brethren to this very well fetched piece of game. And yeah, leave something in the comments if you liked it. If you didn't like it, I made it. If you didn't like it, it's also okay, but please leave a subscription. You'll find the bell in the lower right corner. If you want to see more of this racing action or something else, then just type it down in the comments below. We're going to redesign the SpinFast channel a little bit in the next couple of months, but you're going to see more interaction between you and me and Toby. And so far, this is the first episode for today. We're going to see each other next week, and yeah, let's see what's happening in Locks, right?